So I have my tubing cutter on here. I just have a little bit of gentle tension on it. So I'm going to roll that around a couple times. A little bit more tension. Roll it around a couple more times. More tension. Let the tool do the work. If you try to take too big of a bite, it's just going to wear your tool out faster, and it's not going to be a very clean cut. So just a little bit and a couple turns. You'll feel it get easy as the roller cuts through the tubing. There we go. Now we'll fine-tune our straightening of our line. So this is going to be a little awkward because the line is so long, but first thing we're going to do is I'm going to file the end of the line flat. So any rounding or burrs or anything like that, I want to make sure that it's nice and square on the end, so that way when I start to form this thing, put my flare on, it rolls real nice. So that's pretty good. Next thing we want to do is we want to set up our flaring tool. So I'm going to loosen these a little bit. 3/16 is right over here. And I'm going to want approximately the thickness, where did I put it? There it is, of this little die of the line sticking out. So I'm going to adjust my line so that I get the right amount of stick out. Again, you're just matching the thickness of that die. And you'll tighten these down. So basically I'll tighten this one down first, and then I'll tighten this one down second, and that'll give me a good bite on the line so I can start the flaring process. Just going to make sure that we're nice and tight. Okay, so there is our die, and hopefully you can see that the line is sticking out the same thickness of that die, right? So we're going to put that into the line. This is 3/16 line, so we have a 3/16 die. And then we're going to get our clamping tool. Okay, I'm going to open that up. That's going to go in here, and basically we're going to now put that tapered point into the die, right? Like so. What we're going to do is we're just going to keep tightening until our die bottoms on our clamp, the line clamp. Okay, so it bottomed. Going to back that off. Now I'm going to take off the die. We have a little bubble in there, and now we're going to compress that. So point goes in there. And I'm just going to form my flare now. Okay, not too much pressure. Excessive pressure, you're going to misshape the end of your flare. There we go, there's our formed flare. Now I didn't put the line nut on because, whoop, we don't have anything on, so I'm going to put it on from that side. Okay, so there you go. There's our flared brake line. So this will be the front, then I'll kind of roughly form it. Now I'm not going to worry about putting it into the brackets on this thing. I'm just going to run it back and secure the line as I can, just because there's no access between the frame and the body, and I'm not going to lift the body off this thing. There we go, that'll work.